guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com is the biggest collection of chunky yarns for hand knitting. So last week I created a pattern for this beautiful Christmas tree. I will put a link underneath where you can go and get the video for this super cute Christmas tree. And today, continue the theme of Christmas, I will be making this beautiful candy cane pillow. So isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. So this is our sparkly chenille yarn in red and white. And my original one, I actually made the sides red and white. It's up to you how you want to make it, red and white or red and red. But the yarn is available on our website, BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com. This yarn is sparkly yarn is available only at our website. It's not available any craft stores. And if you don't have sparkly, you can use any other yarn you have. But please, please, please tag BeCozi if you're using this video and posting it on your social media. So if you have our yarn, let's get started. Okay, guys, let's get started. So here is the pillow, my original one, and now we will be making the one with both sides red here. I just didn't have enough red when I was making this. So I will be using sparkly red and sparkly white. You can use any red and white you have, or at this point you can actually use a green one too. So here we are, and this is the pillow insert that I will be using to put inside of this pillow. So here is our red with sparkles. See these beautiful sparkles? So what are we doing? We're taking the yarn, placing the yarn in front of us like that. This is our tail. This is working yarn. And we will be placing working yarn on the top of the tail like that. Create a loop, and now insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. So now we have one stitch. So this is our first stitch, and pull the working yarn down to make it smaller, that it would be about 1 inch tall. Now we will be making a chain of 13 stitches, guys, 13. So insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. And then I will press on the bottom of the stitch, and I will insert my hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. The reason I'm pressing it here, because this way the stitch will stay the same size. Like if you don't hold it there, then see it will go all the way at once. And we need it all of the same size. So the chain should be 13 stitches, as I said. Okay, here we are. Let's count what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, and 3. So what are we doing now? We are turning it on another side, flipping it over. We are connecting it into a circle, and this tail goes inside the stitch, last stitch. Not this stitch, the last stitch over here, okay? From inside out. That will connect the chain into a circle. We still have this chain, we will need it, guys. This is our marker. It shows us where we started. And as you can see, I left a little tail. It might be a little bit too short. It should be at least 10 inches because we will need to... Oh, actually, we don't need a long tail, sorry. We just keep this tail as a marker where the row starts, okay? So... we are now knitting these bumps in the middle. This is middle part of the stitch, not the top, not the bottom, the middle part, okay? So insert your finger, lift it, then grab working yarn and pull it out. Here's the other one. See, not the top, not the bottom, the middle part. The reason we are using the middle part, because that will give us a beautiful chain on the edge of the candy cane pillow. Okay, here we are. So now we're knitting all 13 stitches, and make sure that you have 13, because 12 will be a little bit too narrow. I use 12, but I think it's kind of stretching it a little bit too much. So that's why here I'm using 13. Okay, so here we are. We're almost to the last stitch. So here we are. We have this bump, the middle part of the stitch, and there we have last stitch. So now let's count. This is our marker, the tail. It shows us where we're starting our row. This is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, and this one will be 13. So this one, you can see it appears as a purl stitch. So what we will do, we will unravel it. And now we have this little stitch here and yarn. Insert your finger inside this stitch, grab this yarn, and pull it out. So now we have them all knitted nicely into a circle of 13. So now we will be knitting 5 rows around. So just insert your finger and fingers or hand inside the stitch, grab working yarn, and pull it out. So first row after pulling out the chain, this is our first row after pulling out the chain, or technically second row, we are just knitting in a circle, okay, like that. Then when we reach our marker, this tail that is sitting here inside, then I am usually folding it in two, like that. And the reason I'm doing it this way stitches are closer to each other, and this way they will not be having this big gap in between. So now we will be knitting these stitches close to each other, like that. And then when we're done, we're just flipping it on another side and knitting stitches that need to be knitted. And as I said, we will be knitting 5 rows, and then we will start our white color, because this way it will have the beautiful candy cane look. So here we are. I have 3 rows. See, you have 1, 2, and 3, and I will need 2 more rows, and then we will start the white color. Okay, guys, I'm back. I have 5 rows. See, you can count them by this stitches and like chains. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the beginning, so I'm not counting it. So now I'm taking my white and finding the end of it. Here it is. So we are now connecting this yarn to the red one, and I will just make a little knot to connect it. I will not be cutting it and connecting it, and I will show you why. So I just make a knot, connect it, and then pull it close to the stitch. And now make 2 rows of white. So you're simply knitting 2 rows. We're not cutting anything, we're not connecting, reconnecting. This pattern doesn't require you to do so. We will be just alternating 2 red and 2 white rows now until we have enough length for the pillow. So here we are, guys. This is the last stitch, and see, to avoid this big gap, what I will be doing, I will be knitting this white in the previous stitch, not this last stitch, because if I knit it in the last stitch, there will be a big gap. And what I will do, I will knit it in the previous stitch, like that. See, now it's not as noticeable. And now I will knit these 2 red and white together. Here we are. Okay, now we will need one more row of white. This white has white sparkles. You will not probably see any of them in the video because white color is really tricky in video and pictures, and sparkles, and especially because the sparkles are white, you cannot see them much, but in real life it looks really cute. It looks like snow on yarn. Okay, so here we are. We just finished our second row. So as you can see, there's still some connection, you can see, but it's not as obvious as if you would not do like I showed. So what do we do now? We still have this red yarn sitting here, see? We're not cutting, so we can just simply twist it in between each other. So red and white, twist them with the red going up like that, see? And now knit 2 rows of red. That's what we will be doing. 2 rows of red after 2 rows of white. And that will be the pattern, guys. And let's see on this pillow that I made already. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will be 6 2 times rows, 6 times of 2 rows of white and 5 red. That's what we will be doing, okay? So you're starting with red, 5 rows, and then you're making 2 rows of white 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then and alternating them with red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you're done with this part, or when I'm done with this part, I will come back and I will show you what to do next. Okay, guys, so we are here. We have 6 times rows of white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6. And now we are switching to red again, the same way as I showed you at the beginning, and I was doing it over here, switching the yarn. You're just twisting the yarn between each other close to the last stitch, and then you're using the yarn that you need to use next. So it was 2 rows of white, so now I'm using red, and I will be knitting the same number of rows of red that when I started. Remember, it was 5 rows. So here we are. I am out of my first skein of red sparkly yarn. So I will show you how to connect it. There are 2 ways to do it. You can either make a simple knot. That's what I prefer to do. It's easy and you don't have that little plastic feeling connection in the between. So like that. You're making a knot, then pulling it in both directions until you feel that there is nowhere to pull. And then you're cutting the tail close to the yarn, to the connection like this. So here is the connection. And when you're making stuff like pillow, it will go inside, so you will never even see or feel it. Another way to do it, let me show you. I will cut this knot from between the skeins. So I am burning one side of the yarn. You don't need to burn both, just one, and then attach the yarn of another skein, and then just hold it together for a second until it's not too hot, and then rub it together and it will connect. And just like that, you connected the yarn, and then pull it. That you see that you connected it nicely, and see there is no connection side seen. And now we're knitting 5 more rows. So this is my row number 1, and now we don't need white anymore, so I will cut it. I will burn the end. And if you want to be completely precise, you can connect this end of white yarn to any white yarn inside the pillow, okay, that this little tail would not come out. So you're burning that end and then connecting it to any white yarn that burn inside, like that, okay? So now I have one row. I will need 4 more rows, and then I will come back and I will show you how we will finish this pillow. Okay, guys, we are back, and I actually made this row is a little bit tighter, so I made them 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because here I needed a little bit wider, looser. That's why it's only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 6. So now we will finish it up. We will cast off. So at this point, you will just need to see if these parts are equal. So put them together like that, and you will see that if you need to keep it the same amount, 5, or maybe you can see that the stitches are wider and looser. And this one is tighter, so that's why one more row was needed there. So here we are finishing it with casting off. I make an extra stitch, and then I am taking these 2 stitches together and knitting them together. And then 2 stitches together, knitting into 1. That is how we will cast off. We will create this beautiful chain on the edge, on this edge of the candy cane pillow. And when we're done, then we will insert our pillow insert inside. So you're literally just knitting this long round item, and then you are casting it off. Then we turn it into a pillow. So here we are finishing it up. Last 2 stitches. Here it's a little bit tricky. So we're cutting the yarn, and I will actually burn the end to prevent unraveling. Then we are keeping our hands inside this last stitch. Go inside this last stitch on the left. Take the yarn, this tail out, like that. And now, in order to make it invisible, this end, see this tail is coming out here, and we will go around this next stitch. So we will go underneath this stitch. I think I got it too short. And then underneath this stitch where it's coming out, like that. See, it's now nicely connected, and you don't see where it was connecting. And to connect that little piece, it should be a little bit longer. I made it too short, I cut it too short, but it's okay. I will just burn it and attaching it to any stitch over here. Here you are. See, it's nicely connected. So now we need our pillow insert, and we will, let's actually finish this side where we started. So you can see this stitches, the yarn is coming out. So what we will do the same here as we just did. We will go underneath this stitch, next stitch, under, and under here. Okay, and then we at this point we actually can go here too, because we have it longer, and we can actually like that. Yep. So in the middle, and then we can hide it on the back underneath any stitch. So we connected it as good as we can. Burn the yarn, connected to the any stitch. Now insert this pillow inside, pillow insert inside this candy cane pillow. If you don't have insert, use any filling, stuffing. So this pillow will be inside this part. And now we will need to connect the sides to make it look like a candy. So I will take red yarn, about 15-20 inches. I will burn the end to prevent unraveling. And now I will be inserting it. So here is the connection side, you can see it. And we will start inserting it inside the stitch and out every other stitch. And you can use a little bit area here and more area on the back, like that. So just one piece of yarn here, and then pull it, and then take it out 2 stitches or 2 strings away. So 1 string inside, 2 strings out, 1 strings inside, 2 strings out. And keep doing this way all the way through the red edge, red and white edge, until you reach your other end. Here you go. So what are we doing now? We are now pulling and connecting, and we are making a knot. And it's up to you if you want to leave the bow here, make a bow, and you can leave it here. I actually like it like that. See, it looks very nice. It's already burned. It will not unravel. Or you can actually make a knot and put it inside, and then it will be out of the side. So it's up to you guys how you want to do it. So let's do the other one, other part, other side, and we'll do it on the same level as the first one. Insert inside, 2 out, 1 string in, 2 out, 1 string in, 2 out. And this pillow will be perfect addition to your Christmas decoration. It also can be a perfect gift, Christmas gift. It's made with your own hands, so it's very unique. And it also looking really cool too. Okay, so here we are. So you can push the pillow, insert a little bit farther that it wouldn't be on the way, and then pull the yarn and connect into candy looking end, like that. Now make a knot and make a bow. Here we go, guys. We just finished our beautiful candy cane pillow. Isn't it cute? So this sparkly yarn available at BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com. Please, if you use this pattern and post it on your social media, tag BeCozi. We really appreciate when you're tagging BeCozi when you use our videos. So find this yarn at BeCozi.net. Stand woman BeCozi. Hey guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. So good news, guys, my second book is officially published. I called it Hand Knitting 1 or 2 because my original book, Hand Knitting, was released and published in 2001, 4 years ago. So this is my first book, this is my second book. Both are ready and available to purchase on our website, BeCozi.net. Link is underneath the video. And this one is available on Amazon. This one is going to be available on Amazon next week. So you can purchase both of them either at Amazon with Prime or at our website, BeCozi.net. Go get this amazing book. It's the only book on hand knitting on the craft market from the creator of hand knitting style, me. Thank you.